So NASCAR just showcased their brand new electric vehicles that they plan to take racing very soon here, and the question remains, should you actually care about them? When you think of NASCAR, you think of screaming pushrod V8s and not so much quiet electric vehicles. However, there is no denying that electric vehicles do make up a large chunk of new cars sold every single year, so should NASCAR actually be pushing an electric car class? Not many NASCAR fans watch NASCAR because it's the last word in technological advancement. All you really need to do is go to the infield of any race on any NASCAR weekend and look at, well, we'll just call them the clientele to understand that, well, electric cars, fuel sustainability, all of that stuff isn't really as important as, well, where they're getting the next case of Busch Light. Just look at the new next-gen car they currently race. It is arguably the most technologically advanced car ever raced in NASCAR, with such technological innovations as fuel injection, a sequential gearbox, and gas carbon fiber. Hell, they even put the transmission as a transaxle in the back of the car, mimicking a lot of high-end sports cars. However, the engines, they're still push rods. They are fuel injected, but, well, not like you would see in other forms of motorsport. And even with all of that, an argument could be made that the next-gen car, well, it is one of the worst NASCAR cars in recent memory. It doesn't do well on super speedways. The aero package is basically a parachute, so if you, I don't know, want to pull out of line to make a pass, it's damn near impossible. And on short tracks, not great there either. It is decent and leads to some pretty good racing on intermediate tracks like Charlotte and Atlanta, and they're pretty good on road courses when the drivers aren't beating the holy hell out of each other. And it's what goes on the track is what makes NASCAR, well, NASCAR. The fans do not give one flying crap about the car as long as the racing is good and, well, the badge on the hood matches their favorite brand. So the idea of an electric car class in NASCAR is, well, not exactly ideally suited for their core demographic. Yes, you could make an argument that it's trying to bring new viewers to the sport, but really, especially when you consider these things are crossovers, it just doesn't pass the sniff test for your average NASCAR fan. At one point, yes, I was a big fan of NASCAR as I love all forms of motorsport. However, when you combine the fact that the current playoff system is hot garbage with the fact that there doesn't seem to be that star power that NASCAR once had, my interest in the sport, well, it's waned over the years. And even if you consider the fact that I am a big fan of Formula One sports car racing where things like hybridization are all but the norm there, the fact that NASCAR has gotten this far with an electric crossover class and hasn't listened to anyone saying it was a bad idea kind of tells you all you need to know about the current state of NASCAR and that it's not good.